his pants. Alec and Pete, bringing the heat. Alec and Pete, that called also bringing the heat. Alec and Pete.
All right, you heard it. It's bringing the heat with Alec and Pete. I'm your co-host Alec, and we got my other co-host Pete. What's up, Pete?
What's going on, guys?
And we got a recently made friend of mine. We got my buddy Davo on. What's up, Dave?
How's it going?
It's good, man. I'm excited to have you on. You and I just met the other day. 2 weeks, I would say probably 2 weeks ago now. So you're the most recent friend
it's like,
to just get on the podcast. So
yeah, it's like kind of just one of those small town things where you know someone, and then a couple nights out, and then you just get a little bit better sense of the person. And
would you guys meet? JC Penney or something like that?
Yeah, actually, I was walking out of the fitting room, and he was walking in with, I don't know, some 3 a.m.
Some tight shit. Yeah,
Yeah, you know me. I'm always got the good style. That's how I don't know. That's how I am. But we met. And that night was pretty funny night. I think that's why we bonded a little bit. You came to the bar. We were at Colonial and we're hanging out. We just met. We're shooting the shit, and we're slamming the brews. And I don't know. It was funny night. We ended up getting pretty late. We ended up going back to a friend of ours' house. We're drinking there a little bit, and I don't know about you guys, but when I hit a certain point in the night, and Pete, I don't know if you can relate to this, but you hit a certain point in the night, 2 a.m. Maybe it was before that, because everything's like 3 hours before it used to be. So, but the alcohol combined with being young to early 20s creates this thing called horniness. And what I like to call myself, I call myself grassy Hail Marys. And at this time is when you just start going through your phone, your dating apps, your Instagrams, your everything. And so I was just flying out Hail Mary texts, whatever. And one of them hit. And so Davo and he walked me down to it was a place in downtown. He walked me like a nice gentleman he is to the lady's place. It was actually a lady. None of the guys wanted
this time.
Okay, yeah.
And
wanted to clarify that.
And so I get there, and things are going fine. You think it's been a while since I may have engaged in certain acts. It's actually wearing on my body a lot. But that's beside the point.
Taking
so I was
toll.
Pretty excited. And what's happened before, and I've talked about on the podcast before, is my nose started bleeding once again on this girl's face as we were making out.
I was ready to start calling this guy Aaron Rodgers. Like, I thought I'd meet this guy and he has a Hail Mary and it connects in the end zone, like Aaron Rodgers at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But he fumbles it with the bloody nose. Line.
Yeah, let's just say he's more of a Johnny Manziel in like that 7-on-7 league.
Yeah. What is this? Is this a normal thing, or is this
what's sad about the situation? It's not even the first time it's happened. Like,
it's not like a monthly thing, is it?
Well, I don't hook up with girls anymore, apparently, because that's not cool anymore. But this is the second girl that I can think of that first time. Well, I guess it wasn't the first, but yeah, second girl I can think of that I bled on her as I was making out with her. And obviously after that, a girl usually isn't turned on by blood. I just told her I was on my period. So
yeah.
I thought we could take the dirt road.
What's the chances of her being just slightly aroused that you're, bleeding on her? That's her thing. You know what I mean?
if she's answering that 3 a.m. Hail Mary, there probably is actually a pretty good chance.
You could have just kept going. Just send it.
So what's funny is you don't, when it's going
look up at the ceiling. I think it's a leak in the ceiling.
Oh yeah. What's funny is when it's going on, when you're bleeding, and this is the second time it happens, and both times I'm thinking, all right, I think it's just a runny nose. Like, I think it's just a runny nose. But then when it is continually like you're feeling, you're like, fuck, son. Like, this is not just a runny nose.
Yeah.
And
I wonder what that, I haven't got a runny nose since like maybe the 4th grade.
I have nose problems. This schnoz, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about before how I'd get during football, somehow it would get hit by other face masks. How is that even possible?
What are those mushrooms that are really expensive?
Shrooms.
They're called no, they're like really expensive mushrooms. They cost like $100. They got pigs in England smelling them out.
No, they're pigs. I think they have like pigs. I think they're in Italy too.
Yeah, but what are the mushrooms called? They're called
I don't know what they're called.
But I'm saying you should maybe look into that career because you could definitely sniff some of those out. You could definitely find some of those, make good money.
I could. It'd be better. We'd be making more money than we were making with the podcast right now.
I know. We're only making around 10 grand, I think. That's what Nancy put us up to. Yeah, a month monthly.
But yeah, so that's how Davo and I met. I mean, that's pretty much the sum of the night. Nothing else wild was happening that night. I mean, we don't have to talk about David's actions that night. It's fine.
No further comments.
No further comments. But that's a bonding moment we had, and that's why he's on today. So
I think at the bar was when we really clicked because you were able. I love one. I like dark humor, but two, being able to make fun of yourself, and when you went over and talked to a couple of people, got a Snapchat, whatever. I totally
forgot about that.
This is the best part. When we get back to our friend's house, before the Hail Mary, he acquired a new Snapchat. So he sees they're drinking after the bar, right? And he's like, all right, so do you guys want to drink here or should I go there? And she's like, oh, probably neither.
Yeah. So these girls, basically we're at the bar. I totally forgot this is what happened is our friend that we were with went up to all these girls and was like, hey, I have a single friend of mine over here. Like you guys should talk to him. Are you guys single? They're like, oh yeah, we're single. What's his name? And two of the girls actually knew who I was. They go to college with me. I mean, I guess I'm in one of their classes. And so I went over there. I had a few brews at this point. So like I was drunk enough to be able to do that. That's not always easy. And yeah, I'm talking to them. It seems like it's going pretty good. I get the Snapchat. We get back to our friend's place. And yeah, like Davo said, I said that. And she's like, neither. I don't want any part of it.
Ooh. Didn't work this time around. Next time though.
Yeah. Little does she know that she was just the one that didn't get bled on that night. So.
Yeah.
Little does she know she could have made the podcast story.
Yeah. Well, she did.
Famous.
Just,
well, I guess she did in a way, but as the bad,
been a main character instead of a side.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Damn. You should maybe use that as your next pickup line.
I've been saving that. I've been wanting to say that story for the last couple weeks, but I knew Davo was going to come on soon, so I was glad to get that out there.
Damn.
Also, a person I was talking to this week, she in the Strong Island episode that you weren't on, Pete, I made a reference to friends of mine that are really bad with credit card debt. And I actually wasn't referring to you with this one. And the same friend that Davo and I know tends to have credit card debt. And this person was telling me about this. And so I brought it up on the podcast. I didn't name drop or anything. And lo and behold, this person tells me, by the way, I paid all my debt off. So if you could mention that. So I just want to, if I ever say anything that's false, we're all about facts here. I'll redact what I said earlier, and the credit card debt is paid.
Paid off. Congratulations. Yeah.
Damn. One day Pete will have that.
Yeah, I could have gotten like 3 stimulus checks and not paid off my credit card debt. So I'm still waiting. Maybe Biden will send something else out just specifically for me. I don't know. We'll see. What else has been going on this?
Davo, so you went to Ohio this weekend.
Yeah.
So what do you think of why were you there? How was it?
Well, so actually I have I know some people that go to OSU, but I was going down to visit. I have a buddy who lives in Columbus, worked for Honda, now has a job with Tesla. Oh, wow. So a little bit, try to kind of get a little sense of his brain to maybe rub off on me. Didn't.
Yeah.
There's still that I got the degenerate side. We were just sports gambling and drinking. So nothing's changed here.
Wow. So he works for Tesla?
Yeah.
Dude, I've never heard of anyone working for Tesla. That's wild.
Do they give you like a car? Do they give you like something like a company car?
No, none of that. But they gave him a computer to work on, but he's remote. He's moving soon, so that's why I went down there.
Oh shit! Damn.
And man, I'll tell you what, Columbus people are different.
In what
ways?
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, so let's see here. The first night we go out, and this group of girls come sit at our table, whatever. And my one friend's like joking around and like turns to one of them because we weren't really talking to them at the beginning because we were like, I don't know. The girls have like shoelace for tops on, the whole 9, typical.
Grassy's favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the drool coming. But so yeah, I mean, my friend like looks at him, goes like, yeah, my friend Ben, he works for Tesla. He thinks you guys are cute, and she just like flips the switch and is like, oh, well, he can't tell me himself. He's like, does he even pay his own rent? Do his parents pay for his rent?
Oh.
Yeah.
And so this other girl goes, oh, it's my birthday. Who's giving me a shot? And I had to close out. And I mean, people were buying shots all. So I just grabbed one, gave it to her. I knew it wasn't her birthday, but yeah. And then she comes over, her and her friends start talking to me about like feminism and whatnot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all for equality. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, so then go buy me another shot. I was like, no. You can buy me.
That doesn't work like that. What?
I was like,
oh shit.
That's
and then
wild.
let's see here. Yeah. The next day. So I guess fun fact about Ohio is Columbus is like the headquarters for like Abercrombie, Victoria's Secret. And so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we had a friend that's like an influencer for Abercrombie, and like obviously has friends from Victoria's Secret too. Yeah. And so we were kind of drinking with them at the bar, and I mean, one comes after another, and they just get better looking at as they each time.
Of course.
And I'm talking to this one, and they're very big into astrology.
Oh, like the signs, like the
yeah.
What's that? What's the horoscope?
Yeah, we've had a whole episode on how we don't care.
Yeah. So this girl, I'm talking to this girl, and she asked me what my sign is. And earlier she was saying how she needed like an alpha male, and I'm a Leo, so I thought lion, kind of alpha. Man, I tell her that I've never seen someone's eyes roll on the back of their head so quick. She was like, "We are not compatible."
That's an astrology sign.
Yeah, I was like, my bad. I should have said like I was like a Capri Sun or something.
Yeah, you're Capri Sun. Yeah, you're definitely not working with high caliber stuff when you're basing stuff off of astrology signs. Like,
well, yeah, and then she goes and like simps over some ugly dude the rest of the night. She like asked to put a drink in my tab, and I was like, I'll tell you what, if you stop simping over that ugly dude over there, I'll let you. And she said yeah, and then just finessed the drink and went back over there after she found out I was a Leo. But yeah, so yeah, there's some characters.
That's what. See, I'm not a big. I don't know about you, Davo or Pete. I'm not a big Midwest fan. I've been to the Midwest, and I don't really like it.
I've never been.
Yeah, I had never been. I was just like, I'll do anything once.
Yeah, I've been to Michigan and I've been to Illinois, and the only cool thing about the Midwest is Chicago is cool. Obviously.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I have been Chicago.
Yeah, you don't even think that Chicago's the Midwest because
I don't.
Yeah.
What about Notre Dame? Notre Dame is that?
That's Illinois, right?
Where is Ohio? That? Ohio, right? No,
Notre Dame is in
Indiana.
Indiana.
I see. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
I
can't believe these girls care that much about. They care about the wrong things. I used to have to lie, and I've talked about this on the podcast. Dave, obviously, I went to BU, and girls would think it's so gross that I was from the area that I'd have to lie about where I was from. So I know a lot about Long Island because I have friends from there. So I lied my teeth about being from Long Island. And yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, at least you went to school here. Now I just live here, and it's like, oh no, I didn't go to school here. Nope, I'm just.
You're just in the area. In the area. Oh my gosh,
that's brutal.
Damn.
Yeah, it's brutal. I don't know what to say to these girls anymore. I'm out of it. Obviously, I'm having trouble. So
yeah. Jeez.
I don't know. I hate the Midwest. I could totally see how these girls are like that. I've dated a girl from the Midwest. She actually wasn't that bad, but I have to root against Michigan and Michigan State now.
Yeah. You don't have a choice.
No choice.
Jeez. So, changing the topic a little bit. Do you guys hear what happened this week with the the shootings in the grocery store?
Yeah.
Did you guys catch
Is
that?
The one in Colorado?
Yeah. Boulder,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Boulder.
Some
Yeah, people are
motherfucker
like freaking out.
Yeah, comes up to a store with no clothes on other than his underwear.
Wait,
and just
really?
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
They dragged him out.
I
He
mean,
had
he was
blood on his leg.
shirtless. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And the guy was like 20, 21 or something. And then the family goes after. He was antisocial, sketch, very secretive. I'm like, are those not red flags to maybe, look what's going on there? I don't know. Sketch as fuck. But
yeah,
he killed like 10 people. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like with all these like shootings and stuff, like there's so many, like it's not like it's never like what? Like that somebody's like, yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah. And
like how are these people just walking?
You would think Boulder, like somebody's carrying, like somebody's got a concealed carry, but I guess I don't know.
Is that how it is there? I don't know what states are like super
like
open.
Florida, Texas. Like people don't even pull shit stealing at gas stations in Florida, Texas, just because the 1 out of 2 people got a pistol in their pocket. You know what I mean? They'll just But New York holding and like, I don't.
Texas has like the stand your ground law. So like if someone comes into your house.
Yep.
Obviously in New York, someone robs you, you just gotta put your hands up and let them walk around your house.
I think it's
just don't take fine. I guess you
come on, not that.
Not the intel. Take the HP. But no, I think New York State, it's like you have to equal what they're like attacking you. Like if they've got a gun, you can use a gun. But if they're robbing you and they just have a knife on them, you shoot them, you're in the negative. I don't know. But
I mean, I hunted this past fall, and let me tell you, even if I shot at them, they'd survive. I didn't hit anything. so they should rob my house, honestly. They'll
what were you hunting with? The 22? A Red Ryder BB gun or something?
No, I was using a 12 gauge.
Oh geez.
Yeah, it's the most popular
Birdshot?
No, I was using a slug.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I would throw you out there with birdshot, even though the animal would just get really pissed off, most likely.
Yeah, it would just it'd be the stupidest thing ever. But
oh shit.
But yeah, that's why we don't like to talk about too many serious topics here. So
no, that was just kind of
people just brought that in to
a weekly thing to bring in.
Yeah, our weekly current event. But
yeah,
I mean the surprise. We'll just finish it out with this. Knowing like them being surprised that guy did that is like being surprised that Peter has diabetes. Like we all know he's got it or going to get it, and that's all. I got.
Look at the eating habits.
Watch the eating habits. Oh jeez.
This past weekend, my buddy was out. My buddy's parents were out of town, so since we all still live with our parents, besides you, Pete, good for you, Dave. I'm guessing you still live with your parents too.
Oh yeah.
Yep, me too. We're just rocking it out.
I'll tell you what. They don't charge me to be a roommate. So
yeah.
Usually at college they're trying to get me to pay double to live.
Hey, I'm not getting charged either. So I guess we're all in the same boat.
I forgot that.
Mine's just charity. It's different. Yeah. It's not.
But yeah, so my buddy's parents were out of town, so we end up going to a beer factory to drink, and then we came back to his place, and we're just chilling. He's like, yeah, you could stay over whatever room you want to stay in. I was like, what do you mean whatever? I was like, I'm gonna sleep in your bed with you. And he's like, dude, you don't. He's like, I don't do that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do that? I was like, dude, me and my best friends, like we sleep in each other's bed together. It's like whatever. And he's like, yeah, maybe when I was like, a little kid, I was like, he's like, you haven't done that recently though. Right? I was like, me and Justin Wheeler did it 2 months ago. So, yeah.
Dude, you would come over to my house like high school. And this was like me hardly knowing Grassy. He would come over and be like, yo, I gotta sleep in your bed. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? There's a bed right over there. Yeah, dude, it just doesn't work for me. I just gotta sleep in the bed and stuff. We can put pillows between us or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, who is this? And now I have a podcast with him. So,
story.
I don't know.
I mean,
you
guys aren't into that then?
Oh no, I slept in my buddy's bed when I was in Ohio with him.
See, there we go. Maybe it's an Italian thing. Is that
maybe, or maybe it's just a little bit more secure. I feel like if you're like a little insecure with yourself, You're gonna be like, whoa, no, kid.
Makes sense, Pete. You're insecure. It makes.
Motherfucker, I let you sleep in my bed, motherfucker. I was just putting it out there.
He made me shower. I had to shower beforehand to get in his bed.
Dude, you know how fucking. You know how nasty grassy is. Yeah, look at this kid. Look at him. Look at him. When was the last time you washed those sheets in the background? 4 years ago? Yeah, most likely.
No further comment.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They gotta watch the video to see it. They gotta look at the quality of the video.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're gonna give that.
There's the plug right there. There's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Shout out YouTube.
So yeah, David. Obviously, so we've had a lot of my Irish friends on the podcast, so I make fun of, and Peter's got Irish in him, so we make fun of Irish people all the time. But you're obviously Italian. Any funny stories that go along with it? Like I've told all my funny stories in the podcast, but
the fun thing, really, not really. Like, trying to think. Besides, like, I mean, when I met you, you guys were trying to tell me to come down, call me a guinea, telling me to come down in a wife beater. Other than that, honestly, no, I've never. I don't know. Maybe I just like grew up in a more diverse school district. But I never. There was never anything on the Italian hatred.
Oh, really? Well, not hatred, just like I don't know.
Random family stories.
My dad is just so stereotypical. Like the stuff he does is unbelievable, but like it's like I guess common for some. It's like I don't know. Like I'm trying to even think, Pete. Like we talk about all the time.
Like your grandfather with the hose in the backyard, or just like Italian grandparents or something like that. Like I'm trying to think.
Like my grandma's non-stop. Like she literally can't even she has a walker, but she's stirring the sauce with her hand. I don't know. Like
oh yeah. I mean, you go over to your grandma, you go over to your grandpa's, and you're not leaving unless you have like a 5-course meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
are your grandparents local?
So on my mom's side, they are.
Okay, but is your mom Italian too, or just your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, so they both sides are.
Yeah. So I mean, we do like the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
The whole 9. But like, I'm trying, because like they're not. My grandparents are like from here as well, so like it's not like I don't have a direct line from like the travel or the
migration. I mean, same here. Just like some of the things that don't go on in like a normal person's household.
I'd say just a loud household. That's probably the most stereotypical.
Well, do you have siblings?
I don't know. I do. I have older siblings, so like they have their lives figured out, and then like my parents just look at me like
they're like, he's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. Easy does it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my dad cooks naked sometimes. I don't know if that's something your dad does. I don't know. But
damn. Well, it's an extra utensil.
So maybe that's not Italian.
The kitchen gets a little hot. I don't know.
Oh shit.
But
that's just probably a you family thing, Grassy.
Yeah, that's but
I don't think that part's Italian.
God.
The stories me and my cousin Drew have like growing up like are just not real life. Like I don't know. Like we just walk outside. My grandpa's showering outside with warming up the hose with the sun, and like it's just like I don't know if that doesn't happen. So I don't know. And it just was normal back then.
Yeah, I don't know. My grandpa's a wild one. He was in the military and stuff, and so he's always got a concealed carry on him. He gave me like a flashlight that's like a taser that is like more than like a. Well, I don't know if I should.
Yeah, higher. Well,
if the cops are listening, it's just flashlight. But
supposedly he gave you a taser.
Yeah, allegedly, like it is
hypothetically.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hypothetically, you have it in your possession.
Hypothetically, yes.
Yes.
Never had to use the flashlight.
You ever get tased by one of those tasers? I had a buddy who had one of those the bug, the rackets.
Yeah.
Tennis rackets. I get hit by that shit hurt so much.
Oh man. Yeah, I can.
And they would just fuck with you. They just, kind of tap you and shit. Grass, you've never been tased?
Who hit you with the freaking bug zapper?
These guys that you would probably know, buddies of mine, but like they had it and I was like, what the hell does that do? They're like, come here, just put your hand up. I put my hand up. I just thought it was a fucking tennis racket. It zapped me like a motherfucker, and then they kept doing it, But I'm trying to think. I don't know. All right, here's another thing. One thing. There's a new thing out for people who can't wake up in time. It's kind of like an extra alarm clock. It's a wristband. And it's like a fucking Fitbit or Apple Watch. and it tases you when you're supposed to wake up. It literally gives you a little. Yeah. So I had a buddy who got this because he was in the military and he needed to be up at a certain time. He couldn't be late. So they were testing. He got it in the mail and they said, test out the strengths and stuff. And he was testing it out. And like the 20% was like nothing, but the 70%, like he was like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. It was, yeah. So I don't know who invented that company, but people are buying it.
You know,
I don't know.
I feel like there's nothing else I'd rather not wake up to than being tased. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe getting shot. But wouldn't want to be shot.
Well, yeah, I feel like the only thing worse is getting punched in the nuts. Would be like,
oh, that would be
like, how are you ever gonna have a good day? Like, I mean, I don't have good days as it is, but like, how are you ever gonna have a good day when you have a taser on you waking you up every day?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like just as talking about this, like you said, punched in the nuts or something like that. I feel like there's been so many men that have fucked up and done something and been sleeping with their significant others, and then the significant other is just like, let me just punch this fucker in the nuts. You know what I mean?
You think that's happened?
Yeah, like say somebody cheats on somebody and that's how they get them back. You know, sometimes they do some other shit like fuck up their car. Somebody's gotten punched in the nuts out of a straight dream. You know what I mean? He's in the dream and then he gets woken up in just immediate pain.
I give it to girls that like they find out their boyfriend's cheating on them and they hold in the anger and then they
scheme.
Like, they scheme,
ruin your life.
And then like I think I heard this one story that this one lady, like she held in all the anger and then she was blowing him, whatever. Guy comes in her mouth. She then spits it back in his mouth and goes, "I'm breaking up with you."
I heard one where a woman bit off a guy's dick.
Yeah, I've heard that was like in ancient Roman times, right?
No,
maybe. I thought it was in PBS Kids. It was a story, but I'm not sure. But no, I mean, dude, I don't know. You got to trust in people these days, or not, either or.
No, don't trust people these days.
Don't trust people these days, I guess.
Do not.
But I mean, that kind of leads into one of our bigger topics for the day that we can get into. And Davo wanted to bring it up is our hookup culture. And I feel like we've talked about it before, Pete, but we haven't talked about in depth too much. We probably is just the hookup culture we live in. Is there anything, Davo, you want to bring up specifically about it?
Well, I think this kind of ties into like the whole small town thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's like a bigger issue in a small town because it's like everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you go away to school and you come back to your hometown, it's like one thing. Or if you move somewhere else after like being in the hometown, like, well, it's kind of like that thing where you don't like shit where you sleep, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you. Like I feel like once you get with a girl in a friend group, like that whole friend group knows about it. So you're not going to give any other girl in that friend group. And a lot of people know those girls or whatever. So they already know about who you've hooked up with. So they're then again, not going to want to hook up with you again. And it creates this huge issue in a small town like we live in. It's just people find out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, especially when you go to like a school, like I went to a small ass school and people knew who the fuck you were with. There was no hiding anything. But
oh yeah, I went to a small school as well.
Yeah, my graduating class was like 42.
I think mine was like 6,000.
Well,
6,000.
Oh, wait. No.
Pete's talking about high school.
Oh, you're talking about
high school? High school.
Oh, high school. Mine was 156 at Main Endwell.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. You went to MA.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Why was I thinking you were from out of town?
I like to travel.
Interesting.
No, yeah, I went to Main Endwell and then Cortland.
Okay, dope. But I don't know. Small town shit's just kind of difficult. I mean, I traveled.
It complicates it.
California,
like going to BU, it was honestly, it's such a big school that you could hook up with anyone and it wouldn't matter. Like no one would find out about it ever. But my buddies that went to Fisher or these small private schools upstate, everybody they'd hook up with one girl and then they might as well date that girl because everyone else knew about it and they couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You know, the other thing is like the girls want to like freak out over the like double standard in it. But like here's my theory on it. Like if a guy like cares about like how many people someone hooks up with, like a girl hooks up with, I don't think anybody's saying that a girl can't care either. It's just that, like, why do I care how many people that another dude's been with? Like, I'm not trying to get with another dude. So, like, what do I, like, I'm not saying you can't care, but I just don't.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying from a guy's perspective on
right, from a girl. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, but do girls? So girls are gonna care though. Usually, like
girls for girls. Yeah. Are you saying? Well,
so you're okay. I see what you're saying. So you're saying girls care how many girls will make fun of girls or belittle other girls that have hooked up with a lot of guys, but guys don't do the same to other guys.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Right. Well, it's like a girl's like, oh, why can a guy hook up with a bunch of girls, but a girls can't hook up with a bunch of guys? And it's like, well, I don't care. Like, why would a guy care if another guy's hooking up with a bunch of girls?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the girl might care that guy is hooking up with a lot of girls, though.
Right. Which is why I'm saying that a guy can care if a girl does.
Girls. Yeah.
But like, it's like vice versa. Like, anybody can care.
It's like if you're gonna if you're gonna put attention to one, you gotta put it to the other. You know.
Right.
Or not. We're not on both ends. You know.
Yeah.
So it's. Yeah.
I mean, I think lying is the best policy in that case, honestly. I mean,
just gets you out of it's the perfect escape.
I know girls do the same thing. Like,
girls will 100% lie.
The answer, the 10 is the number everyone uses. 10 doesn't matter if it's higher or lower. It's 10. 10's the number that everyone's cool with, I think. So people out there, it's 10.
It's 10 guys. If you didn't know.
But yeah, to go along with hookup culture, and I was thinking when I was writing notes for this, I was thinking, honestly, it's genuinely weird these days to have sex soberly unless you're in a committed relationship. Like
yeah.
Like having casual sex sober is awkward.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that's I feel like done. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I feel like I know kids that like they'll just go over to a girl's house like to watch Netflix, like first time meeting and have sex. I'm like, I'd have to have like 3 shots before I went in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if we're having some drinks and then watching Netflix,
right,
going straight in, or if you're already out or something, but you're going straight over on like a Sunday night
sober. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to do it. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because
no call, no show.
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't know, Pete. You're committed now, Pete. So you have to deal with these things. But me and Davo, we're
I mean, dude, here. anything sober is always like, I don't know, like, I mean, if I think back, like, yes, like I don't think sober hooked up with a girl. Sober hooking up with a girl is like an awkward like high school dance where you go up and you're like, oh, let me ask this girl to dance. You know what I mean? It's just fucking awkward. Nobody does it. You know what I mean? So that's why the places you hang out with, the bars or restaurants or parties, it's not like you're hooking up at Sunday school. You know what I mean? Unless maybe Grassy, that's your thing. I don't know.
Well, I am Catholic by faith, so I do enjoy.
Grassy used to roll into the Sunday school and just be tossing out these.
Well, me and the priests have a lot in common. We both like guys. So,
Grassy's going to the 12-year-olds when he's 12. So we're going to your place or mine? I mean, my house. Like, my mom would have to drive us, or like if your mom.
She's cool with it though. You can play.
or dad, double standard.
Yeah. Hey, I heard you just had your first communion.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine Grassy throwing. Is that your only first communion? Oh shit. Yeah.
But here's the problem is these days, if you generally want to go on like a nice date with a girl and get dinner and whatever, they either won't because they think it means you want more than like just a hookup, or they think you're exclusive. Like there's no in between of like, maybe I just want to go on a nice date and hook up with you. And that's all it has to be. You can't be that way. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you get like an FWB situation. But that's that
doesn't ever work out.
Not a thing.
No, someone's catching feelings.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's Grassy in those situations.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
Got a big heart. So.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
That's me. Davo, you seem like a lover, not a fighter either, but I've heard some stories. You've hit some people. We don't have to talk about it.
I mean, I've never thrown a punch. We'll leave it at that. I've been in a few tussles. I've never had to throw a punch.
Because you seem like I couldn't imagine. Obviously, I don't know you super well, but I couldn't imagine you being like, you don't seem like a dick at all. Like, I couldn't imagine you fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a sarcastic person. I feel like you can read it the right way, but I mean, I also am like a zero tolerance for like bullshit. Like, just be a good person. You know what I mean? So you do something wrong and you want to keep doing wrong instead of like learning from it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So, I mean, there's some times where you have to, remind someone.
Yeah. I'm always reminded every day. I have to remind myself about it.
But no, nothing serious. I mean, taking a few punches here and there, but again, I've never had.
I wouldn't mess with you either. Like, how could anyone mess with you? You're a monster, dude. Like, what do you weigh? You're a big kid.
Yeah, I'm around 215, 220.
215. You look even big. Like, you look like you could demolish. I would like to see you and Wheeler go to the gym together, and I'd like to see what the outcome of that would be.
I mean, I will say this. I don't know Wheeler, but if he's from the area, I feel like I'll put this on record on here for anybody that wants to challenge it. I feel like that there's nobody natural around here that is putting up the numbers I can.
I used to say that about this. I used to say that about the girls I was hooking up with.
But you were never natural. Grassy was never natural. He called it.
Yeah, but it wasn't natural.
That was just the name of the pills. That was the name of the pills. It was the brand name, El Natural. Oh, jeez. You buy them at the gas stations.
I mean, you never heard of Wheeler? He's they renamed St. John Fisher to St. Justin.
I was listening to that episode. Yeah, sound like a guy I would like to definitely crush a couple beers with.
Bruiser, great chess player.
Yeah.
Good with numbers, really good with math numbers.
We should have had him on. He's in town. We should have had him on.
Well, we could get all four of us back on because I feel like that would be,
we could run it up.
Getting into fitness, talking about Wheeler, talking about Davo.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about fitness. Dave wanted to talk about fitness. I wanted to bring up how girls make these fitness accounts. But they have no asses, no definition.
Oh.
Like, if you're making a fitness account, you got to be ripped.
Yeah.
I thought we were going in a different direction with this after your text to me yesterday. But we'll just leave that in there.
What's that direction?
We can get into that too.
That's just like, I mean, well, if you have those features and you're just flaunting it, you're just putting up story after story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's just say Grassy was trying to get some intel on.
Yeah, well, Davo and I have a common interest in a fitness person in the area, and we were texting about it. That's all. And
oh Lord,
they're thirst traps. Like, the hot ones. They're thirst traps, 100%.
Yeah,
love yourself. Yeah. Love yourself.
Yeah,
jeez, well maybe we could get them on the podcast. That might give you guys a little. This
get the
dude. Would I know this fitness person?
I don't think so. I don't think
no.
So. No.
Are they big?
Yeah,
are they big?
We'll get her on the podcast.
Oh, they have some features that are big, sure.
Oh Lord. All right, I'll figure out who it is.
But
yeah, what were you saying, Dave?
Aside from back to the fact of these girls that are just posting, like, I mean, I'm all for it. I had a fitness page before the pandemic but mine's in more of a different realm than like what most people are, where it's like, do this, eat this. Like I said, I feel like I am pretty confident in the numbers that I put up in the gym and
but you're ripped. Like you're a fitness account I'd follow because I'd be like, holy fuck, how do I get as big as this kid? Like,
yeah, but the thing is, I will go and crush a 30 of fucking Natural Lights and then have a 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Like, I'm not like starving myself.
Minus the gym.
Yeah, I do the same thing minus the gym. Or I get to the gym like this past week, and I want to get this one machine. What's it called when you're fucking doing the it's like you're pulling in like a lap pull, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's this mid-row. And there's this guy with like 80 different things in his pockets on the ground, and he's doing like 10 fucking sets on the same machine. At what point do you go up and you'd be like, are you getting the fuck off here? Like, I don't know. There's some people that just go to the gym to look at the other BU students, and it's like they're not even there to
Alec.
Yeah. I could see Grassy getting on the ab machine, you know, the one that you pull down, and just solely staying on that, but looking around the whole time. That's just how he gets
No, he
his
looks for
thrills
the
into
row
it.
of the cardio machines and just finds the bike that he just slowly has to pedal that has like a girl on the treadmill.
Or everybody's on the treadmill and he's sitting behind the treadmill stretching or something. Stretching his, just looking around.
Yeah, it's weird.
Somebody looks at him.
I have like
quads.
one more warning left. I have one more warning left at Planet Fitness that if I keep staring and like calling girls out, I don't know, it's weird. I gotta start asking everyone for their number at the gym. Apparently, that's
well, you know, I thought that you had the restraining order from the one girl there, and you weren't allowed to go there anymore. So that get lifted.
You heard about that?
Oh,
I get lifted.
Oh
yeah.
no,
well, that's over now. I think.
Oh, it was a monthly thing, right? 6 months or something.
I think, right? I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But yeah, so I've had friends in the past talking about that are like super annoying. I'd be at like the frat and I'd be drinking a beer and we all know this kid. He'd come over and be like, you're disgusting for drinking that beer, blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, you're disgusting for being in the frat party room, not drunk because you don't want to drink the extra calories and you're just hitting on these girls that are wasted. Like you're gross.
Yeah, that is actually true.
Yeah, we'll get him back on, won't we?
Oh, it hasn't been on. I won't let him on.
Oh shit. Okay,
because
okay.
I won't let him on.
Jeez.
That episode might get taken down and the podcast will be banned from.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
all
my
platforms.
problem is I would throw down the 30 and natty right before the gym. I read some article that the carbohydrates before energy. I don't know, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's probably.
I don't know. You drink your carbs is basically the moral of the story.
Yeah.
It's Pete, what you're saying is like eat a whole thing of pasta right before you go to the gym. Yeah, I've heard that workout.
Yeah, or eat a bunch of pasta. Office, like the Office that Michael
the chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, before the fucking 5K. Oh shit. Just thinking about it. Have you seen that one? Have you seen the
I've
Office?
Seen them all. Yeah.
You know, the Alfredo, and he's just
Pete, you've tried that before with beer.
And it did not work. I think it was a St. Patty's Day run or something, or a Santa run. Yeah. It did not work out.
Were you Santa?
No, I was one of his helpers. They said I couldn't be Santa. They said I was too overweight to be a Santa. They were looking for like a thinner kind of stature for this year. You know,
I feel like
around.
I feel like my carb intake has gone up. I have the one like Chug Bud beer funnel thing, and it's kind of just like
butt chug beer funnel. Oh, I've done that.
The Chug Bud, yeah.
That Grassy's got the other mud, the more expensive one.
The other but it's not. There's no chug. Yeah, it's just a butt plug. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I just started doing that, and people are just amazed by it, and I'm just so amused by it. So I just have to like delete beers. And I've never been a puker, and I don't know. I've been blacking out a little bit in the morning. There's puke somewhere, and people are like, I think it might have been you, and I'm like passed out on the couch over there. I'm like, doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
no way.
Doesn't add up.
Yeah, I'm a puker, so I don't black out a lot because I puke before I get to that point.
I'm a puker on like hard alcohol. I'll puke, but beer, I'll just pass. I'll black out before.
Really, I'm more likely to puke from drinking a bunch of beer than I am vodka.
I'm different.
Yeah, I think I prepped myself in the beginning of like college era, but like before the pregame, before the bar. I would like just shotgun a Gold Loco to get ready for the pregame.
That's intense.
You're a big dude. That's because you're a big dude. You can do shit like that. If I did that, I'd be in the hospital.
Yeah, dude. There's times I hear stories. There's times where some people, whether it's they take like 7-8 Tylenols or something, and they end up in an ambulance, or they drink so much, and the people are like, "How is this person alive?" Because they were fat, you know, because they weighed so much. So the metabolism, it didn't fully metabolize. So it's that's the one time that being overweight helps you. I don't know.
For sure.
It's interesting.
So you're calling me overweight.
Pete. I feel like you're a good drinker.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to come back, but I could knock down like, I don't know, 9-10 brews and still be having a conversation, like just feeling whatever. The problem with hard liquor is it sits there. And so a while back, I was taking down some like rum and cokes or something, and it doesn't taste like fucking rum. You just keep taking it down, and then 2.5 hours later, you've got a lot of fucking hard liquor in your system. You know what I mean?
We
It
should do
sneaks
a
up on you.
podcast where we get maybe a bunch of guys in a room. We got to figure out the logistics.
And we
of
just
getting
get
in a
drunk.
room
We just get
where
drunk.
We all get hammered, Davo, whatever.
Bro,
get on.
Grassy, you would be down in like a half hour while we're 2 hours into the podcast. Like, is Grassy still okay? We'd have to
Grassy's
pair
like
it up.
crying.
2 and 2. Yeah, Grassy's like telling
I'd
us
be
the
like
steepest.
calling my ex-girlfriend. Please get back with me. It'd be wild.
Please, relax.
Please,
relax.
please. I'll quit the podcast. I'll quit the podcast.
I'll stop talking about you on the podcast if you.
I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's actually time for this week. It flew by actually.
Yeah.
But Davo, thanks for coming on this week.
Good stuff.
It was a lot of fun. We'll have you back on soon. Flowed really well. And yeah, any closing thoughts? Anything?
All I got to say is drink your carbs and let's get after it this weekend.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good weekend. That's
No further.
Yeah, that's a
No
good,
further comments at this
good
time.
ending for the week.
Motivational.
All right, everyone have a nice weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Catch you guys.